one and I stand on that. You and me, babe, that's black on black.
Duran in Florida. Welcome to the Karen Hunter Show. You're on with Dr. Daniel Black. Hi.
Hey, Duran.
Hey, Dr. Black. Dr. Pastor Black, if I would say. Because I am enjoying what the knowledge that you are putting out. But I say all that to say this. I honestly, truly believe that there's going to be more victims coming out about Diddy, about what he did. And what is not only just going to be women, it's going to be men also. I think so.
Okay. I mean, Duran, but like, probably, what do we do with that? What do we do with that?
There's nothing that we can do with it. Just stand with the victim and believe their story. Yeah. You know, because I don't think someone is just going to come out like that and just tell a lie. You know, I stand by it. I think.
Okay, I mean, I think there've been many things over the years. So this is not first, third, fourth, fifth thing. This is not the 20. This is not the 100th thing I've heard. So let me just say this: that domino that Cassie put forth last week is one of many, and I feel like you're right. But to Dr. Black's point, $1 billion later,
right?
What's $30 million to a billionaire? You know,
that's right. That's right.
866-801-8255. Everybody has an NDA. Everybody's been paid off. Everybody, you know, it's like, but to your point, we shouldn't be surprised at the harvest, right?
That's right. That's absolutely right. And if I can say one thing, if I have time, do I have time?
Oh yeah, no, we have less than 2 minutes. But yes, unless you want to hold me to the.
The thing I want to say to you, brother, is there is something we can do. And that is we as Black people, especially around hip hop, we've got to sit down and look in the mirror and tell ourselves the truth. We love violence. We love the oppression of women. We love it. And yes, I do mean love it. We love it. And we have to stop loving it. We absolutely, positively love it. And we have to stop loving it. And until we do that, you are right. We're going to keep on getting this harvest. But it's not just Puff Daddy. It's not just them. It's the entirety of us as a culture.
Let's talk more about that. How do we stop loving something that's bad for us, that's harming us? Whew. Before the break, you said that we love the debauchery, the misogyny, the violence. We love it. We love it. We love it because we keep supporting it.
That's right. And we love it because we think it is the quintessential sign of masculine power. And
do we know it? Do we know it? Or do we?
I'm not sure we know it.
I'm
not sure we know it. I'm not sure we know it. But I am sure that we love masculinity. We love power and masculinity. And the way I know we know that is because we've made God masculine. That's how not only do I know we love it, but we think it's divine. Women and men. We love it until it turns on us. See, it's the same psychosis. It's the same psychology. It's the same pathology of loving not the plantation, but the fruit of it. But see, a person has to be very careful because if you plant the seed of the plantation, you're going to get the entire big house.
Oh my God, that is a bar. I just want to walk on up out of here right now. If you plant the seed of the plantation, you're going to get the entire big house.
You're going to get the entire big house. You can't it's like being a little pregnant. You cannot play with oppression, right? You can't play with oppression. Oppression is not obedient. Oppression is not humble. Oppression is arrogant. If you invite it, it will do what the hell it chooses. All it wants is your invitation, and then it will take over.
How do you know when you're inviting it, oppression? How do you know? What does it look like?
When other people's liberty is not obvious to you. It cannot just be your own. If only your liberty... Karen Hunter, you set me up, babe. If only your liberty is obvious to you, you're doing oppression. You're doing oppression. If there's only one throne, you're doing oppression.
All right, I'm gonna go to the phones. I gotta sit with this. As you're talking, I'm thinking about, because on Friday we had a caller call up to talk about Cassie being a gold digger and this and that, and I was like, brother, I know his name was Derek because another Derek called to say that's not me. He was quick. He's like, don't get me confused with that Derek. I'm not. I would never do that. And I was thinking about, the times we talked about R. Kelly on these airwaves or Bill Cosby, and we invariably would get a surprisingly number of people call up in defense. Like, what is the woman doing? Or, they just doing that because she wanted NBC, or, R. Kelly, why now? Even the whole Me Too. And I've talked with Tarana Burke many times in Dreamhampton, many times. And the kind of death threats they get and the backlash they get for telling the truth about a thing. And it hurts my soul. But also I want to know what's going on in the mind of somebody. Because what I assess is that you're telling on yourself. If you are aligned with R. Kelly and Bill Cosby, in this case Puffy, then you're actually telling on yourself about the way in which your mind and your spirit moves, right? Because you're in alignment with them. And I also feel like, and that's your intention. So you want to defend yourself. You're calling to defend yourself, not Bill Cosby or R. Kelly or Puffy. You're defending yourself against the same behavior that you may be subject to, or maybe you want to be, or maybe you want to have. Yeah, I'm sorry.
And in some instances, they think they're defending God. And I'm gonna give it to you, because sometimes the way men treat women is the same way God treated Mary. Because Mary woke up pregnant without permission.
Oh, damn. I never thought about it that way. Dr. Black.
Mary woke up pregnant.
Pregnant without permission. Oh my God. Okay. All right. You keep getting
absolutely
keep paused. Okay.
Is it mine?
No,
listen.
No, it's the devil. It's the devil.
It's the devil. Exactly. It really is. But seriously, that's a deep point, because no one asked Mary if she wanted to carry a child. People justified it because they called it divine.
So what do we do with that? What do we do with that?
But see, again, but it makes sense though, because it has nothing to do with the Creator. We're talking about God, who are two different things. God is the character in a book. God is the protagonist in a book. And the authors get to make him do what they choose.
Oh my God. All right. So what about what are you saying, Dr. Black? The people that believe that Bible is the actual lived word, breath of God himself, of the Creator.
First of all, not only are they wrong.
Alonzo, Charlotte, North Carolina. I'll pick up. I know where you gonna go. Alonzo in Charlotte, North Carolina. Welcome. Hi.
Hello. Happy New Day, Karen and Dr. Black.
Hi.
The conversation you guys are having today.
Thank you.
Appreciate you. Hey, I just wanted to comment on the whole misogyny thing that's going on, and when I talk to brothers all the time, and definitely when I hear the same stuff that I hear over your airwaves about folks, supporting folks like Bill Cosby and R. Kelly and things like that. So I help them in another direction. I think we have to change the culture for folks to understand that to be a man, you don't have to lead in a way by being controlling or misogynistic. You can lead in a way by providing the right food for your family and your household, helping them gain understanding about all the things that are out here that are surrounding us that actually are challenging us, not just to say, let them go with it, or, just ask them a question about it, help them understand what they're digesting and how toxic it is to their life. So I just wanted to put that out there. I appreciate you guys having the conversation, and I just wanted to be one of the brothers that called in to support what you guys are talking about.
Oh, thank you, Alonzo.
I appreciate that. The only thing I want to add, Alonzo, is when you say that you could teach him to lead in other ways. I also want to ask, why must he lead at all?
Oh, I was thinking that, but I ain't want to. Alonzo got up the courage to call. He was saying some good stuff.
I appreciate Alonzo.
I ain't wanted that. But Alonzo, since Dr. Black brought it up, why does he have to lead?
Well, hey, I'm with that. Hey, I don't have a problem with that at all because my wife is, she's just as much of a leader of my household as I am. So
Y'all in partnership,
we
though.
share.
You know, like no one. I appreciate what you just said, and Dr. Black, your response to that, because I feel like even the notion that somebody has to lead, as opposed to, as you mentioned, each of us come with a particular set of skills. Each of us have our
Right.
own fingerprints. Each of us is bringing something. I look at it like a big pot. You know, maybe I'm bringing potatoes, you bringing a carrot, somebody else is bringing a root. Like
Right.
everybody needs to put something in this pot for it to be delicious, for it to be nourishing. We all are bringing something. No one who leads in that situation. We're all bringing something. I guess the person that stirs and serves. I don't know. But like, why does someone have to lead in a relationship? Why can't we be in partnership?
100%. You know, and it's all about getting rid of these religious, social, and cultural norms.
Amen, Alonzo. Dr. Black, and thank you for your call, brother. Thank you.
We think men have to lead because we think that's what God said. Because the Bible does say it. The Bible does say that the man's the head of the house. It absolutely says that. What I'm simply saying is that the Bible's wrong on that. See, the issue here is, do we get the authority to dismantle the patriarchy in spiritual places too? See, if we don't get that authority, then we're giving some patriarchy over unto divinity, and it can't be helped. It's what God wants, and that's all it can be. And not only do men believe this, women do too.
Yes. Well, how can they not?
That's right. Because if God said it, like you can't disagree with God. But see, if people are not careful, the same scriptures that says that also says slaves obey your masters. And if God said that, that ain't the God I know, and nor is it the God I want.
Ooh, and the free will that same God gave you the right to be able to choose that. And not be condemned and killed and persecuted, because free will is free will.
But see, the way most people get around that philosophically, Karen, is people say free will still means God already knows what you're going to choose. In other words, people put our free will in incarceration before we can exercise it.
No wonder this world is so effed up. All right, Dr. Black is here. Black on black, black on black. We are here with him. Let's go to Gregory, Cleveland, Ohio. Welcome to the Karen Hunter Show. You're on. Hi.
Hello, Karen. Hello, Dr. Black. Hello,
Hey.
Nubians.
Hey.
I'm back. Dr. Black, you've had me twisted and it's unraveling. And Karen, Professor, you have taught me what my brick is.
Wow.
My brick is to love into the environment. When you love into the environment, you change the environment. You change people. You change situations. You look at things through a new perspective. I understand what being a lay minister is because I have not only chosen one religion. I've had several, and it started with the structure of 12 steps to give me the freedom to have a God of my understanding. And then Dr. Black shows me that I need to look at who God imagined me to be, because he didn't do one thing, call it good, and never did it again. So everything that has life needs to be loved and respected. That's what I got to add.
Ashe. Thank you for that. Gregory. Let's head over to Rochester, New York, and that is a brick that we can build upon. Tyrone is in the house. Tyrone with a T.
I love it.
From Rochester. Hi.
Hello, Karen. Tyrone Sims and Dr. Black.
Hey.
I just want to give a shout out to Dr. Black. We met in Kansas City at St. Paul's School of Theology. My wife, Dr. Angela Sims, invited you to lecture.
Oh, yes.
And since that time, I've read everything you've written.
Oh, man.
Yes. I haven't anything philosophical to share other than to tell all the listeners, read this man's publications.
Wow.
Yes.
It'll shake your universe.
Wow.
I concur.
I'm so honored. Thank you, brother. Thank you.
Listen to the Lambs. They tell me of a home. 12 gates to the city, the sacred place, don't cry for me, perfect peace,
Yes.
the coming, and the latest is Black on Black, and he's working on the second coming.
That's right.
That's prophetic. 866-801-8255. Kathleen, Santa Monica, welcome to the Karen Hunter Show. Hi.
This is a revealing show. This is like being out in the desert and just being fulfilled. I love it, love it, love it. So I want to thank you both for the show, and I also have a question. How do we get from where we are to a new horizon without doing a bypass?
Wow.
I don't know if you can hear me.
Yes.
We're both thinking. I'm going to be quiet.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'll just say one thing. The first thing is we've got to first be clear and make sure that we're standing solidly on this horizon. See, before you look to the next one, make sure you got this one already in order. We're always wanting to move to the next thing, right? But be careful now. Be careful now. Sometimes it's a mirage. Sometimes it's really not real. Sometimes where you are is already in divinity. See, I'm afraid if we're not careful, in a minute, God is going to tell you, I don't have no heaven for you if you didn't bring me one. See, you got to take, you got to take God a heaven. I don't think God's going to give you one. Because God gave us too much divinity. God gave us too much power. God gave us too much. And the notion that then I don't owe nothing back to God, you don't mean that. You don't mean that.
Well, this is the parable of the talents that will tell you what that's supposed to look like.
That's
right. So there's that. That's one of my favorite.
I love that book.
Parable. 866-801-8255. So our responsibility is to build the heaven, is to create the heaven, is to create the world in which we divine to live in, right?
Absolutely.
And then it will be, right? So if we do the work, then it will.
Please let me say this, Karen. Years ago, very, very quickly, Black folks used to sing a song called I'm Sending Up My Timber. Have you ever heard that song?
No.
And it was the metaphor of every time you walk in character, we're talking about character today. Every time you walk in character, every time you walk upright, especially when under normal circumstances a person would not, you send a 2x4 into heaven every time you do that. And the house you get when you get to heaven is made of whatever 2x4s you sent God. So if you got a shack, it's because that's the way you walked. You didn't send God enough to create you a mansion.
I love that.